Hamami, Captain Omer Maxim Neutra, and Staff Sergeant Oz Daniel, whose bodies were returned from Gaza by Hamas under the US-brokered ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has confirmed that the remains were handed over via the Red Cross to IDF forces inside Gaza before being transferred to the Abu Kabir Forensic Institute in Tel Aviv for identification. US President Donald Trump has stated that one of the returned bodies was that of American-Israeli soldier Omer Neutra, who was killed on the 7th of October 2023 during the terror attack. Hamas has claimed that the bodies were retrieved from a tunnel in southern Gaza and handed over through the Red Cross. The group has so far returned 17 of the 28 deceased hostages required under the ceasefire agreement, though Israel has accused Hamas of delaying the process. At a cabinet meeting, Netanyahu has vowed to eliminate remaining Hamas strongholds in Rafah and Khan Yunis, stating that Israel retains full security responsibility and will ensure Gaza's complete demilitarization. With us on the broadcast is Mr. Ali Mohammed Abushbak, independent Palestinian researcher, joining us from Cairo. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World. Interestingly, apart from all of this, we've seen a statement come in from US President Donald Trump as well. He has stated that the ceasefire in Gaza is not fragile. He's also warned that Hamas could be taken out immediately if they don't behave. That's his exact statement as he's quoted to the media. What do you make of Donald Trump's recent statements? What could this imply with regards to disarmament? Because this is something that the Israelis have been seeking, and it seems that Trump is now seconding this rather openly, even after the peace deal has been reached in Sharm el-Sheikh. It has already been inked. And could this then include the prospect of American troops on the ground?
Thank you for having me. This is it's a good news now. Hamas hand over more 17 of the deceased body of the Israelis captive in Gaza out of 24. So now the process it's going despite the delay in identify the location and hand over the other the remain body of the Israeli captive in Gaza. I totally about the Donald Trump, his statement, it's not a fragile, but it's like a theoretical word and theoretical statement, but on the ground, there is a several of violation of the agreement from both of sides, Hamas and Israel as well, because Israel up to now delay in entering the humanitarian aid in Gaza, and now up to now the border between Egypt and Gaza, one of the term in the peace deal, Sharm el-Sheikh peace deal. It's up to now, it's closed, and look, that's prohibited for the people from Gaza who injured to go out for their treatment out of Gaza. Especially you are talking about the lack of medicine in Gaza, and there is a several of shortage of the several essential things up to now. Despite there is a ceasefire, despite the Israel accepted and allow for the humanitarian aid to enter Gaza, but up to now there is a limitation of the also honor was active on the ground. Also up to now there is a violation from the Israeli side. Israel just now alterally start targeting Khan Yunis in south part of Gaza, and every day we hear some a sniper shoot for some civilians in Gaza in border area or yellow lines in Gaza. So the things is up to now it's not clear between Hamas and Israel. And I mean, several of experts in this field, they are consider Israel what is trying to do to take all the captive, to take all the remain body and resume the war again. And we have seen several of Israelis minister, I mean, here we should mention Smotrich and Ben-Gvir. They are in the government coalition with Benjamin Netanyahu. They are calling to resume the war. Simultaneously, also there is a violation in West Bank. We have seen several of footage and witnessed several of Israelis settler who's attacking civilians in West Bank, attacking also farm in West Bank. So up to now, the situation and the day before yesterday, and also yesterday, Israel bombarded Lebanon. Up to now, the situation is still unstable in the region. So I guess it's fragile. It's not a stable, and I guess there is a no lasting peace up to this Benjamin Netanyahu reached to conclusion or consideration of the two-state solution, and this is one of the all international community admitted one of the significant solution between Palestinian and Israel conflict to end this kind of conflict should be two-state solution. Benjamin Netanyahu said, "I'm not going to state that." So here is the situation on the ground as well. People are still there is a several of crisis in Gaza City and Gaza Strip as well. There is no power, there is no fuel. Still, the Israelis blockade is still exist on the ground, but there is a less media coverage about what is happening on the ground. So I guess Donald Trump, he's trying to pressurize both sides, Hamas and Israel, to maintain and sustain this deal up to find out another solution. And as you know, if this kind of deal or this peace process is going to apply and to success, there is a several of countries going to normalize the relation with Israel, and this is a clear. I guess Syria is going to join the Abraham Accords and several of other countries if this is going to success.
Indeed, speaking of the Abraham Accords, apologies for interjecting. Speaking of the Abraham Accords, there was a statement that had come in from Ahmad al-Shara earlier that they're looking at resolving only their security issues, and he sort of ruled out joining the Abraham Accords for now. But of course, there's a meeting that's lined up with President Trump at the White House on the 10th of November. So we'll see to that. But I also wanted a reaction from you with regards to Saudi Arabia's stance, because Saudi Arabia has recently come out and made it very clear that it will not accept the Abraham Accords until and unless a Palestinian state is recognized by the United States and Israel as well. So they've drawn their red line very clearly. And Donald Trump, of course, has not accepted this, but Saudi Arabia has made it very clear that it will only join the Abraham Accords if the Palestinian state, if a two-state solution is reached.
Absolutely. Saudi Arabia, one of the supporters of two-state solution as a lasting peace for the whole the area. Otherwise, also, it's not only Saudi Arabia is going to join Abraham Accord. Several of countries, if there is a Benjamin Netanyahu accept the standing Palestinian statehood and establishing their self-determination. So the thing is still complicated. I guess Benjamin Netanyahu is not stating for that, and he's not accepting this. Up to now, there is a violation, I said, on the ground. Israelis artillery, and also there is a one airstrike also in East Gaza City bombardment. So it's not stable. And about the Abraham Accord, also it's at the risk, because we have seen a tension between between Israel and Emirat. Abu Dhabi, there is a tension in relation during the war in Gaza and with this kind of regard. So the thing is, up to now, it's not clear. Right? We hope this peace will be remain in this area. We hope this peace will be in this area after more than 7 decades fighting and for suffering from the war. We hope it's find the peace and we'll see peace again.
Absolutely. With that, I would like to thank you, Mr. Abushbak, for taking out time and, of course, presenting your perspectives to us. With that, viewers, we're shifting focus to more news coming in. US President Donald Trump has weighed in on the British royal family.